next fight, Amanda Serrano was in there.
So Ant mentioned before the show, she was getting touched in that fight. I think, she is 33, and I guess in the lower weight classes, you're prone to get touched more as you get older, more quickly than you do middleweight and above. That's what I heard, although things are changing in modern sports with all this stuff that we got. First of all, she's in a spot that's rare for a female fighter. And so she, I think part of her, it's her style anyways. That's who she is anyways. But I do think part of her's thinking gotta be exciting. Gotta come forward.
I think
gotta make the most.
I think so.
And you're gonna get touched up more, right, Shawn, when you're fighting in that style.
Yeah.
And I also think I've talked about the disparity between Canelo and Beterbiev. There's such a disparity between the kind of punch and power she brings to female boxing and her opponents that she doesn't seem particularly concerned with what's coming back most of the time because the other girls can't take what's coming their way from her. So
I think that too. I think that she'll take one to deliver three, knowing that it's crazy that all three are gonna land. You know what I mean?
And land heavily as well.
Yeah, but I think it's training too. You know what I mean? Because as we get older, our goal is to take care of ourselves better than we did when we were younger. And with that being said, I think that her wanting to be exciting and feeling like she has to be excited, I think that plays a big role in it. I think she knows that she's a female fighter and she's got the female boxing on her shoulders. Yeah. I think that really is what it is. But the other side of that is she has to be aware of her lack of defense in certain moments in fights. And I think that she ignores it, number one, because she knows that I'm going to land mine and it's going to be exciting. So I think that her defense needs to improve, though.
And she needs to get it tight because Katie Taylor, at this point, you need to start fixing that stuff, man.
Yeah, and I think my concern looking to that Katie Taylor fight, which I still lean Serrano, but Katie Taylor she's at that weight. That's her weight that she's comfortable at. I just don't know how Serrano's power translates at 35.
I wasn't that impressed with Katie Taylor in her last fight. Really? I wasn't.
She's very, and that's what I think. I think if it's a matter of I think Amanda is more diverse in her punches. I think she's a little more athletic, more body punching.
Yeah. She's a great body puncher.
Yeah, more power. I think my concern though is if you just put them in a fight, Madison Square Garden, 2022. I just don't know if a judge is going to award Katie Taylor for just throwing her hands because she does.
Because that's what she's kind of more straight ahead. And she's 1, 2, 3, 4.
She's throwing.
Yeah.
And I just don't know if Amanda is getting hit with some shots like she was yesterday, and then not wobbling Katie or dropping Katie with power shots. If it's just a matter of she's getting hit with all these shots, and you're just like, oh, okay, like. The other punches might be stronger, but if they're not like doing damage.
And once upon a time, her talent, her skill, and everything trumped every woman that she's been in the ring with, Serrano. And now you're in the ring with a girl who can get in and get out.
Yeah.
Right.
She is north and south. She's not really Katie Taylor. I didn't see in her last fight. Yeah. She doesn't really take side steps. She's not going to pivot much or anything like that. But she's straight in and she's straight out. But she knows how to leave shots. She knows how to make you miss. And that's a big problem for Amanda Serrano is I can give this up, but am I going to get the return that I'm expecting? And I think that's one where she may, have to change some things in order to tighten up some things to beat Katie Taylor.
Well, yeah, because Katie Taylor has really good hand speed and good combinations.
Yeah.
The kind of like the De La Hoya effect where even if it's not all landing,
it looks good.
It looks good.
Yeah.
And especially when you got Irish people in the Garden screaming like they would be in that fight.
Yeah, I think if the power if it was at a lower weight where I think Serrano is more natural. She's admitted she's not a 135 pounder. This is not where she's her best at. And obviously her power is so much better and the girls are smaller that she's hitting at that point. That's my concern is if the power's not there.
We get this Katie Taylor.
I think it happens.
I think it happens because Jake Paul, to his credit, seems to want to make it happen.
Yeah,
and he
prediction.
I think Serrano wins. Yeah, I think she doesn't stop her, but she wins.
It's a good fight.
Got Taylor's split decision.
Ooh.
I might have the same pick, but I want to reserve that till it gets made.
The weight is the concern for Amanda.
Yeah, I agree. I'm 100% with you. I just think Serrano is a better pound for pound fighter, but at that weight, we see that in any boxing.
I appreciate she has more like of a professional style.
Yeah,
where she throws more.
That's what I was saying with the
professional
diverse
big boy
output,
punch.
like sitting down on her shots,
kills to the body,
under.
does that, slips and counters. Whereas Katie Taylor has more of that, lack of better way of putting it, because she's an undisputed professional champion. That amateur style, where and it's hard to win decisions in 2-minute rounds against that kind of style. We see that in the Olympics, and although I think they do 3 minutes in the Olympics,
it's just a little more one. It's a little more. It's just a little more. It's just a little more singular. Even if you don't want to say amateur, it's just it's just one track. Like it's kind of the same thing. Which, if you're really good at that, she hasn't lost.
With Serrano though, like Shawn said, it was certain moments the defense isn't good, because other moments she shows that flexibility and rhythm of her upper body to slip. So maybe she just tightens all that up because it's the big one. Yeah.
Which, to be fair, could very well be that.
That was a 10-round fight last night, right?
Yeah.
And for the 8th round, going into the 9th round, coach said just move around on her, dance with her, play with her, and save your energy for the last round. Consciously, she chose to use her defense and her footwork.
Yeah.
I think more so consciously, she's stuck on winning. She's stuck on being exciting. Yeah. And I think that takes away from her ability to use everything that she has. But again, you only got 2 minutes. It's like how do I stretch all of that out into 2 minutes?
And Amanda Serrano, she indicated it when she was on with us that she fights for legacy. I think this is the fight this is the moment she wants.
Yeah, I think so.
This Katie Taylor fight. So I think if we're gonna see Amanda Serrano, I think it would be the best version of her. So be a good fight. Hopefully it happens.
At the Garden.
Yeah, at the Garden.
Boricua and Irish people.
Could pull off main event.
I think so.
I think it is a main event.
I think so.
I think it's an exciting main event.
At the very least, at the theater. At the very least.
Yeah. I think it'll be fun. So we'll see if Jake Paul and Eddie can make it happen.
What's up? I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Ed. Follow me on IG, Ed with 2 T's. Let's do it. Let's do it again. All right.
Just introduce yourself.
Okay.
And then you tell them what to do. I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Anthony Brenagh.
Carson A. Merk. Like, subscribe, comment.
This is the Porter Way.